Hey, and we're live. So, we're on. Cannon will be here eventually. He is dealing with a connection issue, but this is just kitchen table, our normal shoot the breeze once a month session between the three of us that have known each other for going on damn near 15 years now.
Yeah, that yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing. I
Yeah.
started uh I started thinking about that uh while working today on Christmas presents was all right, stop and think. I'm about to be 37 this week. I met Cannon when I was before Emily and I got married, so that was back in '08, or might be even earlier. I was 24. So, and I met y'all the next year, so 13, 12 years. Yeah, we've known each other a minute now.
Really? I all these years, I did not realize that you and Evan had only been married a year when we met.
Yeah, we got married in 2010.
Neat. Learn something new every day.
Yep. We had been together about almost we had been officially dating almost 3 years before that and been engaged for about a year. So yeah, it's just one of those of yay, damn, I've known everybody a hot minute.
Yeah. And it really doesn't feel that it doesn't feel that long ago, and it also feels like forever ago. If you feel me.
Oh, it does. I mean, you and I have kids that are getting closer to a decade old.
My we spent about 3 hours today planning helping her plan her birthday party, which she wants to do an Among Us birthday party.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Who
So
who's going to be the imposter that's just like messing up kids stuff?
I don't know. I'm working on some things on some. I'm working on some things that may come into play just for fun. Um,
I
we're
vote
also, but
I vote moose.
we're also gonna do. I think we're also gonna. Nisha's gonna have get make some t-shirts. Um, with the crewmates on them with that have kind of kind of running gags for our Among Us. The few times we've sat around and played Among Us. Uh, like mine is because I am notorious for saying this in the lobby before the game starts, like before there's even an imposter. I don't know, guys, but Robbie's kind of sus, and so we put that on a T-shirt. And I think for the boys now fiance Bert, I call her Bert. Bert is awesome. Uh, Bert's is gonna be, guys. I think Kyle makes sense. I think Kyle's making sense. I think Kyle's right. Which is gonna be awesome. Just perfect. So we're gonna be doing. I think we're gonna be doing some stuff like that.
Nice. I haven't played Among Us since before the move. I've wanted to get on and use that, but solo playing it and streaming it isn't as entertaining as when you have a group of friends. Like my
Yeah.
my favorite moment is I'm still trying to figure out how to play the game. I don't notice a dead body and I get ejected into space and Ruby's the one that had killed them.
Yeah.
But the best part was I watched Chris kill Ruby's character as they're stepping out of the electric room right ahead of me. Like Ruby and I came out at the same time, and then Chris sounded the alarm. Guys, I just saw Hewitt kill Ruby. I just saw Hewitt kill Ruby, and I go, "Hi, Chris. I'm not dead. Ruby is." So I'm gonna say that you're sus, and say We need to throw. We need to throw green out.
There's a group of there's a group of guys. I can't remember what they're called, what their group name is, but a few people in our group watch a lot of their content, and it's a bunch of dude bros and stuff like that. And not really dude bros. They're just a bunch of jackasses, kind of like us. And they play they'll do Among Us and stuff like that. I think one of the games that they played was Vanilla Among Us. Everyone was red, and there were no name tags. And then they took, and then they took prox, and they take the with no proximity chat. So like people would just walk up, and people just walk up in a room full of like 5 people and kill someone, and then try to convince them to throw other people out. It was absolute chaos. It was amazing. They also they also did they all have VR headsets, so they also they also played Among Us in VR, and one of them recorded it and put it on YouTube, and that was just hilarious because they took off because they played without proximity chat. So you've got you've got guys that are walking up and they're trying to pantomime uh, stupid shit that they're known for to try to get people to realize who it is, who they are.
We got a cannon.
We have a cannon.
Yeah, finally.
You said it was network issues.
Truth be told, it's lack of patience.
Yeah, I feel
We
that.
have a crappy network connection. We have a crappy network connection to begin with, and all he wants to do is click, 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 and it's not working.
Hmm.
Yeah, I not what I initially anticipated when you said lack of patience. Now 1,000%, I know what that feels like.
Is that going to affect y'all tomorrow night?
Shouldn't affect me because I'm on the same network connection he's on right now, and I'm talking to you without any problem. Roll 20 might be slow and laggy, but I think we've just got a piss poor connection right now. It's been degrading for a month or so, and my router shows 4 bars coming in, but of course we're on basically a cell phone hotspot's what our router amounts to.
Hmm.
What kind of service y'all have? Can y'all have twisted pair or coax?
We have Wi-Fi service via a cell phone number connected to Verizon Wireless under the trade name of Nomad Internet.
Okay, okay.
I'm waiting. I am waiting for Starlink to send me my equipment.
Is that satellite internet or is that
Yeah, that's the new satellite internet that HughesNet and Viasat. Their problems are the time to talk or the milliseconds is so high that you don't get a good service. Well, Elon Musk did the came up with Starlink, and he's putting his satellites in a lower orbit, and he's reduced the time to talk from the satellite to the ground 10 times faster.
neat?
I know being in the business, I've from everything that I've heard when it comes to, especially when well around here, the big one is HughesNet as for satellite internet, and the biggest thing that I've heard, that I've always heard about them is that their download speed is awesome, but their upload is garbage, like detriment slow. So
Yeah,
you
because
can pull.
downloading
You can
download
pull. You can
speeds
watch.
are always the fastest.
So, and from what I understand, it was just the technology to speed the upload was not there yet.
Well, the upload's always been lagging behind, in even in cable internet or any kind of direct connect internet. Your upload speed is always half as fast or less than your download speed. So the transmit is always bad in this aspect, which I got a ping command running right now, and we're running at about 52 to 57 milliseconds, which is fast. But when it goes bad, it'll get up to 1200 or 1300 milliseconds, which slows things down.
Yeah. Well, I know we're just waiting on them to build it out. We're apparently the because municipality, uh, Lafayette Parish got into the cable game about 10 years, 15 years ago. About somewhere around there, about 10 years ago. They got into the game and they went fiber, like Jump Street fiber, and we're supposed to be there's my city uh, has reached an agreement, and they're gonna start running the LUS fiber around where we live, where me and Moose live, and we are waiting for that because fiber has come down to the point now where it is like what you said is if you with fiber what you said is not no longer true. You can get and I've installed you can get gig internet mirrored up and down.
Let's see.
Which
I just checked my
uh,
speed. I'm at 91.63 download and 18.86 upload.
yeah, that's about right.
I'm waiting for
Uh,
AT&T fiber to make it out here into Lakeshore where I've moved to.
oh yeah. Uh, it's that thing that I wish we had it where I live. I mean, I installed it for 6 years, and I know I know what it can do. But unfortunately, we are currently stuck with Cox coax that I need to call and have my service drop changed because it's got water. It's full of water, and I currently have the grounding block bypassed because it was full of water, and the jumper from that to the input was full of water. So I just went from the drop to my input uh, because the input itself didn't have water in it. So need to have them come out and change that and work on my stuff because my internet drops randomly. But that's such as cable.
Send me the link to your speed test you just used, Hewitt.
Let me look.
I know I always use speedtest.org.
Yeah, I did speedtest.net. Speed test by Ookla.
Oh yeah, that's the one that
Yeah, it's just
I remember.
speedtest.net.
You see, now you got me curious.
Well, the thing is like initially when we first started streaming, almost 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
or 3 years ago with the first Extra Life, which was the first really big thing we streamed, and then we streamed Lost Seas after that. Internet speed wasn't that big of a deal for me, honestly. But when cousin Ronnie came in and I started having to teach classes from my house, uh, yeah, like right now I still have to. I mean, it looks like we're on the upswing and like it won't happen, but the district still has it out there that all teachers at a moment's notice do need to be ready if we do have to distance learn again. Like I think that'll be in until we've completely kicked this thing's ass. That we'll have to, it's a contingency plan. So until then, and I'm probably not going to drop the speed down because now we stream so much, is I got to have internet that allows me to teach 7 classes a day, just in case. I mean, 99% sure that's not going to happen because it looks like we're on our way out of this thing. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Just to give you an idea how slow mine is, speed test just loaded.
Wow. So, today I got a turbo planer blade. Not a Arbortech, not like the really high end that can apparently just chew through wood like it's nothing. But I got one of those, looks like a giant cheese grater made into a donut. And it took me a long time. It took me 2 hours, but at the same time, I was like, man, this is taking for freaking ever. Then I had to remind myself, if you were hand carving this, you'd get it done next year. But I planed down the bottom and then hollowed out a chunk of cypress that was an offcut from one of Kyle's pieces for his hallway tree that he had at his house. I don't know if y'all saw it when we did the 24-hour game. The kind of cypress throne looking one. In any case, it was an offcut of that, and I've hollowed it out to make a bowl for and I gotta sand it, but I did that. Hollowed out the inside of the walnut and river birch bowls. Made a new workbench, and then cut down a tree that decided to inform me, yes, I can launch your 280-pound ass like a slingshot. Because I cut the tree and it fell forward, got tangled up in vines, and then I cut it 3 more times, knowing it would stay tangled in the vines and I'd have to pull it loose so I could actually pull it out that way. And there's one of them, the first piece I started pulling, I didn't realize how much of the vines were up in the tree above it. So I pulled it about maybe 20 or so feet away, and then all of a sudden it pulled me, and I landed in the briars. Which just made me...
Just to give y'all an idea.
Go ahead, Cannon.
Just to give y'all an idea, my download speed is 0.5 megabits per second. My upload's 2.45 megabits per second.
Wow. But yeah, it was just enough to piss me off so I could actually pull it out of the tree and then break it apart and throw it into the fire. Kyle, what are you doing?
I am trying to take a picture of Minnie that was to come out with the
I can't hear you at all. It sounds like robot. I can hear you trying to talk, and then it sounds like robot beeps and boops in front of it.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, but it also sounds like something's being dragged across the mic.
What the hell? I haven't done anything. I didn't touch anything.
Ghost in the machine.
Yeah, apparently.
Because like right now I'm excited. I can't help you, Kyle.
How's that sound?
You're coming through fine, but there's still just this noise in the background.
Come on
now. Still there.
Oh.
The robots are trying to talk to us. Is it coming through on your end like that too, Cannon?
Yeah, I'm getting a feedback that sounds like robot-y, but your voice is not robot-y.
Yeah. Honestly, you know what it sounds like, Cannon, to me? It sounds like when it sounded like when you hear water going through a pipe. You know?
Yeah, it kind of had that sound.
Ugh.
Still there?
Yeah.
I will. Allow me to feedback. I will try it. And
Cool, cool. Just take care of it.
Part of the problem I'm having is it's connecting to the server in Cox in New Orleans.
You're connecting to New Orleans?
Yep, Verizon is currently going through Cox in New Orleans.
That's weird.
that's weird.
I had the option to change servers on these tests, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 servers in Louisiana I can connect to. Cox, Spectrum, Reserve Telecommunications, E-Tel, Star Communications, Camellia Fiber, and TCE Fiber.
Lord. Here, I was thinking that you could at least connect up to Jackson. I mean, I feel like that would. Then again, you're closer to Jackson than you are New Orleans, though. Aren't you?
Yeah, I'm 70 miles from Jackson and about 125 from New Orleans.
Yeah, you and Kyle both live what would be considered the dangerous close to New Orleans for me. Because if I drive to New Orleans now, it's 5 hours, so it's a whole day driving there and back. If it was like an hour to a 2 hour trip, I would probably take Vincent and go into the city fairly regularly on weekends and get, probably spend way too much money going to the Audubon.
I can make it to New Orleans in about 2.5 hours. I can make it to Baton Rouge in 3 hours, and I can make it to Kyle's place in about 3.5 hours.
Yeah, we're about the same distance from Kyle's place. I mean, I have a straighter shot. It's just that I also have to drive on 165, which when you go through Ball and when you go through, oh God, I just blanked on his name, and it's the place I always tell people don't speed. But if you get caught in Ball, you'll get a ticket there. And if you, I'll think of the other one here in a little while. But
We got a ticket there. We got a ticket there on the crawfish boil that we did.
was it Ball or was it the other one?
Other one. Because Ball is when you're heading north.
Yeah, Ball's just north of Pineville.
Yeah, and then you cut west to get back to 49, or to get back to the highway that takes you into Alexandria. To get back on 49, and it was that one. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I keep wanting to say Harvey. It's not Harvey. But is the sound still there?
It is. It just sounds like it's really low. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix it at least for the stream qualities.
I'm not hearing the robot sound with Kyle. I'm hearing it more with Hewitt, but it sounds like it's overmodulating from volume level.
Oh, the noise is back, Kyle. Sorry, Kyle. I put you on mute because that was That sounded like a cable getting pulled out.
That never be. I shall return. Figure this out.
Volume's extremely low on Kyle.
Yeah, I
And
know.
I've got it maxed out on my.
Same here. This episode might get called technical
On a
difficulties.
On a better note, my shop is just about completely dried in.
Dried in? Getting the roof on, you mean?
They like one sheet having all the roof decking in. They got a little bit more felt work to do on the low end, which doesn't cause any issues with leaking. And for the same price, they framed my back gable, sheathed it, put Tyvek on it, and they're coming back tomorrow to finish sheathing the front gable. So it will be 100%. No more outside work except for soffit work and siding work.
That's not bad. And they're going to shingle it too?
They're coming next weekend to shingle it.
That is great.
All right, how does that sound?
A little bit better, but low.
How does that sound?
Better.
Yeah. I think I may have figured out what it is. Because on my end, when I would go into Discord to test the microphone, it sounded like dissonant whispers in the playback, and apparently it was the ceiling fan.
Huh.
So yeah.
Talking about audio quality and stuff along.
I need something that's got a bit something that's either got more fine an EQ that's got more fine controls, or I don't know. But
yeah, Topher's.
Once I get my room back, I can set my room up. I can set up my mic and stuff like that. Whether it's this one or whether it's one that I buy, and have it set up in an area and not have to worry about it, and it can stay set up.
Oh, that'll be good. Topher is sending me, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? And I'm like, let's make sure we're going to be regular enough to warrant buying this. And he's like, well, look at all this sound dampening equipment. I'm like, that's.
So what was the topic tonight?
We don't have one. I don't think on Kitchen Table we ever really have one.
General shenanigans, I believe.
Us. It is us. It's again. But Topher wanted to spend like $50-$60
Does
on
being worn slam out count?
Yeah, I'm there. I am there.
Yes, being worn slap out always counts.
I was offered a job today from my contractor.
Oh.
After he saw what you the shop.
After they started trying to figure out something, I told him to give me 2 measurements, and I measured those 2 measurements out and got him 2 angle cuts, and it fit perfect the first time.
This is not a surprise.
I tell you, the contractors nowadays, they having a hard time finding help. But this guy, he got 3 helpers that I would fight him for if I had a business.
Yeah, Kyle, it's again.
Matter of fact, I'm about to send a picture to Craft Talk
All right.
Who's these boys on my roof? 1.5 inch board.
You're putting it in craft. See, you said you were putting in craft cannon.
I'll put it in craft off. I just got that on the phone.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Oh, I had him on mute on my end. Everything everything fixed.
Don't do it.
Yeah, those guys can. I'm sorry, Cannon. If that's no, I can't do that.
That is a 2x4 screwed flat on the edge of my roof, and they spent all day up there yesterday working.
Who? I get the toe hold. I know what it's there for, but I've taken a tumble off of one roof that was a little too steep when I did a little bit of roofing, and yeah. But at least you're gonna have a roof on there, and that's gonna be good. Then you'll just have to start putting the windows in and finishing.
Yeah, they've already cut window holes, but I had them put the Tyvek, the waterproof sheathing. I had them just leave it over the windows. I'll cut that when I get ready to tape and install. I want to start my siding at the bottom and start working up before I put my windows in.
Not a bad idea. And are you gonna have windows on the first floor or just the second floor?
Just 4 windows in the front and 4 windows in the back of the second floor only. The way the roof's made, I wanted the first floor no windows in it for security reasons and for more wall space.
Not a bad idea. I have maxed out the wall space in my shed, but I have, I think, space for everything I'm using it for. And the new workbench I spent yesterday and today working on, it has less drawers, but it can store more than the cabinet I used to have that I made. Mostly because I also figured out where I could put other tools and hang them up so they were more useful, not just sitting in a box. And currently I have a kitchen utensil holder holding all of my chisels with a block of foam in the bottom of it until I can figure something else out.
All right, I will be right back. I'm going to switch over to my phone.
Okay. But
my intent is on the bottom floor to have nothing but French cleat.
That is a really good idea. I did in the old shop. I had French cleat going. In fact, I still gotta go over and remove the old French cleat from there. It's just that I keep forgetting to take my multi tool with my cutting attachment because the screws are not coming out. I still got a little bit to do over there, but I found out my uncle's not moving. He's not retiring now until next November. So the whole rush for us to get out of the house was not actually a rush. But again, nothing I can really do about that now. Don't need to be salty about it. I have a house that I like. So, yeah.
Sound better.
What'd you say?
You sound better.
A little bit.
At least now we're. At least now we're in a situation where we shouldn't hear the noise feedback. I don't know what it is. It's probably something in that corner. And again, this house was built in '44, so God only knows what it is. Be the electrical wire on it.
Good chance. But other than Christmas gifts right now, my next project is to help Topher not spend $50 on sound deadening equipment when you can use that pink insulation foam that you get at Home Depot. And you can make acoustic panels.
Yeah.
That are
he can get an egg crate from Hobby Lobby or Michael's and do the same thing.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like when we did that meeting earlier this week, everybody's got some good ideas, but a lot of the folks that threw out good ideas, I'm still in the boat of I'm totally for this. Prove to me you're going to do it.
Yeah. When we did Monday, that there were a whole lot of really big ideas. And
You're kind of cutting out.
is that better?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there's a whole lot of really awesome ideas that are also pretty ambitious.
Yeah.
Especially we could do this, we could do this, we could do this. Okay, guys, and I didn't want to say it on stream, and I didn't want to say it and kind of and be that killjoy at the moment, but hey guys, it's all well and good. Topher, you weren't able to be regular for Forgotten Sands, and that was before you got married.
It peaks really high, Kyle, and then you fade out.
Jesus Christ. I can't wait till I get my damn headset back.
Gotta love technology.
Mike with me today. I mean, this is new, and she's having some really good ideas. Nate is having some good ideas as well. However, a lot of the stuff is predicated on one person doing something, and like you said, do it so that we know A will know it works, B will know that you will do it, and are you willing to continue to do it? If the answer is no, then the answer is no, and that's fine.
However, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like I told Emily, one of the things I've not wanted to happen with TBA is for it to become like steampunk was, to where there was a handful of us that facilitated everything.
Absolutely.
Including people's personal problems, which at one point I got to the point you were both grown-ass adults, handle it. This is not my business. This is not anyone else's business. But if you do this at a convention again when we have kids and a bunch of other folks around that are interested in this, I'm going to kick both of you out because it's hurting what we're trying to do. So But when that meeting was over, I told Emily, I think I got told I was in charge. So I think I'm going to accept this time that I'm in charge, and it's going to be, okay, I'm handling scheduling, I'm handling production, and I'm handling contact to people. And if you don't do what you're supposed to, I'm not going to make time on the schedule for you again.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
I think that's how I'm going to have to be. Like, a lot of new folks had a lot of new ideas, and I liked the ideas, but again, I have to see proof at this point because, like, I love Spence. I absolutely love Spence. He has a lot of big ideas that we got to get the groundwork in so that his big ideas can work. Like, he has come up with some really cool merch ideas.
Yeah.
We got to have a following to make merch a legitimate, viable thing.
Yeah. Everybody is everybody's looking at the finish line, and we're not even at the starting line.
We're in the parking lot.
Pretty much.
But hey,
We're still pre-gaming.
But here's the thing. We're in the parking lot. So I mean,
This is true.
It's not like we're off at home. I like a lot of the ideas. Like I said, NASA and Spence had a lot of good ideas, but we got to get the groundwork in for their ideas to work. Nate and Chris have a lot of ideas. I need to see them. Like, I'm excited that Nate seems to want to do Mothership, but we'll see if the first Thursday next month it actually happens. I really want to see that work because the system seems funky and fun.
How many followers does TBA have right now on Twitch or whatever, YouTube or whatever?
79.
Your first stretch goal needs to be to reach 100 followers. Your second stretch goal needs to be 200 followers, then 400 followers. And until you start hitting the 400 to 500 mark, all the extra stuff you do is not going to make that much difference.
Correct.
Like,
it comes down to first thing is consistency of schedule. People can, and I love our group. I love PBA. However, there are a lot of people who will point to the voice actors on Thursday as where they want to be. They're forgetting it wasn't always Critical Role on the Critical Role channel on Thursday. It was initially Critical Role as a program on Geek and Sundry, who has legitimately damn near 24 hours.
Pretty much. I mean, here's the thing: is like I was the one that's in that round table that kind of poo-pooed things. I was the downer Donnie, but like to put it in perspective, good sound equipment very much is something we'll eventually need to invest in. I don't want anybody going out and spending their money to get a bunch of really good sound equipment and then us not use it, because I would feel bad they spent the money. At the same time, it's their money. Coming up with having someone else that hasn't said much before or a new person come in and throw out a bunch of ideas, I'm down for it. I just need to see you do it. I will give you every tool you need so you can do it, but I need to see you do it. So I am super excited for Tears of Kairos. I'm super excited for the Haunting of Epsilon 13. I'm not going to lie, I'm super excited for the bullshit that I'm going to put some people through when we put the Fight Before Christmas. And because I'm pretty sure none of the rest of them are listening right now, and Kyle and Kenan, you're not in it, I've got Moose to help me because they're going to have to fight Randy the Snowman Savage. Kyle is going to voice him.
Yeah.
That they will also have to deal with Comet the Hit Deer Heart. I'm I'm just turning it into a WWE
bummed I'm
match.
not playing in this.
What'd you say?
I'm super bummed I'm not. I didn't get that. I didn't jump in on it.
Yeah, it's. I wanted it to be a small game. I wanted it to be a quick game.
Yeah.
But like the ideas a lot of people came out with, like, hey, let's start having a schedule. It's like, that's a really good idea. I'll do scheduling because everybody, like Spencer kept telling me over Extra Life Weekend, I'm the producer. And I'm like, okay. I thought I was more in the creative director direction, but that's fine. Not that we really have positions, I guess, but the big thing that everybody agreed on, and it's the big thing I'm going to be pushing for, is consistency. So if it looks like it's not going to be consistent, we're not going to do it. Like we need to broadcast 3 times a week. I'm like, cool. We need to produce 3 days a week worth of media, which means somebody else other than me has got to do some of it. So we'll see if it happens. If it doesn't happen, I don't put stuff out. I stick to our 2 days a week. But if folks want to pre-record and then I post it up another day or stream it another day, I'm perfectly fine with that, as long as other folks help. The big thing, though, I'm going to be pushing for is communication and redundancy, because y'all know my frustrations with some of the tech end of this of the Extra Life Weekend. So in case folks are late or folks can't make it because life gets in the way or something like that, having that backup there. It's like, yeah, you might do amazing work when you get there, but if you show up half a day late, you're still half a day late. And I've gotten to the point I don't care if that upsets anybody. But speaking of Extra Life, we met our goal. We met our goal. We have 1,500. We hit it the day after.
That's awesome.
And I haven't heard from Chris yet. I got to shoot him a phone call, but
if his job is going to match, that'd be
that'd be somewhere between, it could be 500, it could be 1,500. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
So I mean, if that happens, dope. That's all I can say is that. And then next year, now it's like, okay, last year we raised $3,000. Guys, we got to do something nuts. Somebody has to jump a shark. My vote is for Moose.
Okay. The funny part is the funny part of that comment is you think you can jump. You got to remember, him and I worked for 15 years.
You could promote that somebody's going to take a shark bite, and then on camera after you meet your goal, they go up and get a shark bite fitting and take it away from somebody.
Pull a little humbuggery there, like the 6-foot man eating chicken.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, what you saying, Kyle?
We can come up with something.
We can. We got a year. I think Claire and Emily kind of mentioned doing sci-fi next year, and then we do 4 games instead of all the other ones. We just do longer games. But if we do that, we need to make sure people get involved. That's so that we don't have like multiple 4-hour games of 8 people at a table or something like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean that we can. Here's an idea, especially for me and you, and like for if Nate runs Mothership and if Topher wanting to run for Power Up in the Wood campaign, stuff like that.
I don't know if we do sci-fi next year.
could potentially.
I'm probably going to push for Lasers and Feelings to be the one that I run.
Well, no, I'm talking about in general. As far as content, something that we may be able to do. Maybe even for games that are streamed and games that aren't streamed, like my live game of the wheel, which will probably have a
You sound like you're speaking through cloth or something, Kyle. Try it. Say something again.
Does it sound better?
Little roboty, but it's better.
It's frustrating. Let me see if am I on Wi-Fi? Because if I'm not on Wi-Fi, that could answer that question. I am not on the Wi-Fi.
We definitely need to have canon in a game at next year's Extra Life.
Oh yeah.
I definitely will play in a game next year on Extra Life.
We just got to make it happen then.
Okay. I'll be honest with you.
Say that again, Cannon.
I said, I'm going to be honest. I was in the wrong headspace and timing and to be sitting down and playing a game. But I was in the mode that I needed to get the hell away from here in order to do something different to get my headspace and timing back right.
Sometimes that's what you got to do. Not gonna lie, Extra Life usually is one of the things I do to get my headspace back right is it's either that or go out in the woods. It's a recharge for me. Like, even though, like, even a second ago, I probably sounded really negative. I am legitimately excited for everything that we might be doing. It's just that I'm not letting that excitement be the only thing that drives what I'm thinking. And I will, like I said, I will provide support to everybody that wants to try to pull anything. Like, I really want Claire to run her Call of Cthulhu one-shots.
There's nothing wrong with being excited about stuff. But you also have to take that with a grain of salt and face facts and reality sometimes that maybe it's just not possible to do it the way you want to do it. You being all the other people that's wanting to run games and everything, not necessarily you personally.
Oh, no, I get what you're saying. And, like, the big thing is I'm going to push consistency. But to switch off of that so I don't start kind of just going around in a circle and repeating myself with that, I'm looking forward to things. However, I might have to break the sci-fi theme because Casey has been asking me for another Call of Cthulhu game, and then asking me if it's going to be like Kenny Chesney that I make a reference to next time, or what will be the joke that I do. Like, it went Pokemon and then it went Dolly Parton.
You need to do Hank.
Yeah, that guy's great.
Hank Jr.
Maybe. I'll just have to figure it out because I do have ideas, because at this point I feel like I'm following the adventures of what was once a big game hunter and was once a dentist, because neither one of them have their accoutrement for that anymore, because the elephant gun and the dentist wagon are both gone.
Yeah, but with Hank Jr., you got guns, you got whiskey, you got cheating. There's all kinds of things you can play with.
There is, but also I feel at some point I have to bring Bigfoot into the equation, because on and off, Casey's character is very much supposed to be going after Bigfoot. So at some point, I need to have Bigfoot. I need to have Bigfoot show up, and I'm tempted to make him just a super nice guy.
Yeah, rubber shoulders.
Hank Jr. met Bigfoot when he fell off the cliff and got hurt so bad, so you could just tie it in that way.
Huh. I'll have to start doing research. But like I said, I really thought with that game, someone was going to get all the references really quickly. But the only thing that if they had engaged the Dodds in more conversation, they would have mentioned they owned a chicken ranch and ran into a spot of trouble with the governor. But like the second I got them all to start singing an incantation to the tune of Jolene, I was like, all right, I did good. I can be done the rest of the day, the rest of this weekend. I can be done. I'm good. Like I will not still love that moment and put in as a feather in my DM cap that I was able to do that.
How long did it take somebody to realize that was the tune of the song?
When I said Italy, as much as I can't carry a note, most people could at least understand the cadence. It was really that first stanza, and everybody realized what the hell I did. I did not mean to slander the good Saint Parton, though, with it. You know what? It's not slander to say Dolly Parton's got the Necronomicon. I think she might be one of the few people we could trust with it.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Woman's a national treasure.
Her and Betty White own it together.
Now, I have heard of a movie idea that I really feel needs to be out there, to where Dolly Parton and Elvira play sisters that are witches that end up having to come together, bringing light and dark magic to defeat the true evil. I was like, I kind of need this. I kind of need this Hallmark movie.
Yeah, that happens. That is headcanon now.
Yeah, I almost used them as
on another note, completely off subject. Do either of y'all own DeWalt 18-volt tools?
I do not own any DeWalt since my DeWalt orbital sander finally gave out. 10 years of service, and it finally gave out.
Between me and my dad, we have a Bosch drill and everything else that we own.
Everything else is what?
Ryobi.
Well, I ended up with a DeWalt 18-volt converter that lets you run 20-volt batteries on an 18-volt tool. I thought I had an 18-volt hammer drill, and it turns out it's 12-volt. So I know I'm not going to be able to send it back to Amazon. I'm trying to find somebody that can make use of it.
Unfortunately, I'm almost all Ryobi now too. Basic. I'm in that price range, but the Ryobi Plus system is pretty sweet. My parents got me the Ryobi Plus Palm router for my birthday, so I now have a router table that I do not have to remove the router out of anymore. That's my Craftsman, and then I got the Bosch one that's more of an edge router. And this one's a little bit heavier duty, so I can cut rabbits and dados. So I'm happy.
Yeah, that's what I got as well. I got the Ryobi Plus palm router, and then 2 drills and circular saw. The 4-inch circular. No, it's she got the big one.
You got the 7. Is it the battery powered 7.5 or is it the corded 7.5?
Battery powered.
Okay.
We also have an older battery powered 4-inch.
Say that again.
We also have an older, the blue Ryobi battery powered 4-inch, and we have the power strainer and the grinder.
Nice. The next tool I really need to buy is the Ryobi battery powered leaf blower for my carport. Thing it, my dad just bought the battery powered vacuum, so we'll see how well that works.
And I think we'll be getting. We should be getting a new, bigger shop vac. My dad had to use our to back out a diesel fuel tank because it was full of junk, and it was not in a good way. They had to take the diesel tank off, and the fuel tank off, and dump it, and put the chemicals in it, and get it clean. So it's not exactly all that great now. So it wasn't exactly all that great to begin with, but it kind of did the job. But my mom has given him the green light to get a big one, which is going to be awesome. You just need one that has enough power to compensate for what the table's offering.
Well, one of the other, let's see, I bought one of the new Craig jigs, the single shooter Craig jigs. My parents bought me a second one that was supposed to be a birthday present, but it went back to Mississippi, so it's going to be a Christmas present now. What'd you say, Em? Oh, it is now going in my stocking. So once I get that, I will be able to click, because the new single shooter style ones, you can actually click together to turn them into the double one.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I might have to get is a spacer. So yeah, I think I might have fully settled into my shop.
Good.
Until I decided I'm not and I need to do something more.
As far as recent crafting, I have done something insanely dangerous.
Uh-oh.
There is a YouTube channel called 40 and 40. It is a Warhammer 40K fight. 40 minutes, edited down to approximately 40 minutes.
Okay.
That's dangerous.
You about to start spending a whole lot of money?
Fuck no. No. My parents give us all money for our birthday.
You sound muffled.
My parents always give us money for our birthdays in lieu of presents, unless it's the 7-year-old, or my nephew. But like me, my sister, they'll just give us money. The caveat is you cannot use it on anything. You have to blow it. You have to. It is mad money. That is what it's for. What has always been stated is that if you use that money for bills or anything else like that, then you don't get it no more. So it has to be spent on something that you want, something not frivolous, but you have to use it for fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That you are buying your birthday present from them. So I went out and about today to a couple of shops looking for minis. The shop that I went to doesn't have, the only thing that they carry right now is 40K. They are also in the midst of expanding. So they will have more soon, which is awesome. But yeah, $40 for one model, they can keep that shit.
Very much so. It's the only reason the thing I bought from Games Workshop. I take that back. I did buy the Craven King for $30 and made him into Haster. So I might be full
Yeah.
of shit, but yeah, for the most part, what I buy from them is I buy, 15 skeletons, 14 dryads.
Yeah.
I buy like the $30 for like a dozen minis, so it comes out to actually being a fair price.
Yeah. And like these, like, and it seems like the more pieces that come in the set, the better the value. There's a lot of the arm, like they have an Age of Sigmar starter set that comes with Space Marine, Orc Boy. It's I want to say it's a 65-piece set for $200. And when it comes to Warhammer, that's a lot of models for comparatively not as much money.
Pretty
However,
yeah, those $100 to $200 box sets occasionally seem like they might be a deal. I'm still not spending that money.
oh, absolutely, yeah. But watching 40K, you literally get points deducted if your models don't look right or don't look good. Something I've always liked. However, it has kind of lit the painting minis bug back up in me a bit, especially since we've consolidated the gaming closet. My paints and everything else are really flexible, really easy to pick up and put down. So the second shop that I went to, they had War Machines and Hordes figures for 50% off. So I was able to get $100 worth of minis for $50.
Say that again.
I was able to get $100 worth of minis for $50.
Nice. I have to paint a unicorn mini for Chris's upcoming Into the Woods continuation because I'm gonna play a Fey Lost, which means a Fey comes to you in your dreams, and I just so happen to have a unicorn mini. So my character that I cannot reveal any info yet because Chris has told me not to reveal like anything specific about them other than I can say their background, has a unicorn that's just gonna pop up in his dreams and be like, "Sup, bro? I'm a horse." Or however Chris decides to do the voice.
Yeah. Although Extra Life has given me essentially what happens next in my home wheel campaign. So yeah, you know how you guys rescued Fleet from mine, and then
then
the
there was
big bad,
then it was the kaiju battle that occurred.
yeah, they are going to they're going to be we're going to come upon that after 5 minutes after y'all left. So they are going to they're gonna come across that scene. They're gonna see the culmination of that scene, and they're gonna see what became of.
Say that again.
They're gonna see what became of Thrasher, and they're gonna move on from there.
Please tell me they get to go back through the town that Sog Petty burned.
Oh God, yes. Rough. Well, then again, that's how they on how they decide to chat gas.
That is true. I had fun playing SOG.
I enjoyed SOG. I enjoyed every aspect of that game. That game was. I don't think that game happened. That game was 100% exactly how I.
I like how there was drunk redneck drow. Which when I talked to Nasa, what happened is all the characters ended up started blending together for her by the end of the weekend. So,
Considering how many games he played in, that's not surprising.
very much. But just, I'm gonna just throw down with God, SOG. I'm literally gonna do something that is worth my time right now. And I was really tempted. I was really tempted before we left to like try to shake Thrash's hand to tell him good luck. And then since he would have held my hand, dropped a 3rd level inflict wounds.
Yeah,
But
like
the reason, what'd you say?
Like in my head, and honestly, as per the source material, because at this point I have legitimately stolen approximately, I don't know, 70% of the entire concept of Matthew Purble and came back. I'm just going to use that as a jumping off point to do my own stuff. That for this company, that tracks. Those reactions. The company is your life, especially the wheel, because the wheel actually gives a shit about its people. And like this is the wheel is your family. Like a lot of most people, they accept everyone. I mean, Thrasher with a Drow, Thrasher with a Durgar. Right? These are not races that are looked kindly upon in most campaign settings, including mine. These are traditionally and typically viewed as chaotic and chaotic, evil characters, as far as everyone else is concerned. So the wheel took them in and doesn't care. Hey, are you going to do the job? Yes, cool, let's go. And they treat them like you have someone, and I completely understand Topher's mindset when he did what he did, because he was playing hard with his alliance. He did that. Everybody basically takes a look at him and goes, "You son of a bitch." That to me, that was beautiful.
I'm looking forward to hear what you have go forward with the wheel. But Lord, it's getting late, guys. I'm sorry. It is. It's a 9:45, and we've gone over an hour. So, does anybody got any recommendations for anything for folks to watch?
Like I said, I'm play. The YouTube channel is Play On. I do Warhammer 40K in 40 minutes. And like if you sit down and watch it, then you can potentially figure out how to play the fucking game watching it. It's done really concise. It's shot really, really well, and it shows what 40K is supposed to be, not what it is a lot of times. It shows off the best part of the fandom. Let's put it that way.
Cool. Cannon?
I've just been watching random woodworking videos. How to turn a bearded gnome is the search string I used, and some crazy stuff.
I'm going to recommend the last video from I Like to Make Stuff because they built a podcast room and went into detail about how to do sound dampening and echo type stuff really cheaply and affordably. And the other thing I'll say is Bourbon Moth has put out a couple of really good woodworking videos over the last month. I also am kind of partial to Bourbon Moth because it sounds like if I tried to narrate anything. So, monotone power.
Hey, the point got across.
What'd you say?
The point gets across.
So that's I think that's it. Unless if Kyle, if you do the sign off for us.
Well, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight. Shoot shit, if you will. Keep watch for our next adventures, which should be tomorrow for Holy Winds. And until next time, folks, don't let your meatloaf